Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Shane and I are back for more Survivor What If, pondering the question in this vast multiverse. We took a little bit of a break on our normal what ifs here, but we're back and we're here talking about Redemption Island. So as you know, we talked to Phillip. We're choosing to do this what if. What if Boston Rob takes out Phillip instead of Matt at that second tribal council where Matt goes to Redemption Island the first time?
Yeah, I think this is an interesting one because also this move to take out Matt is like one of the exciting parts of the season. Because I mean, everyone always has the season ranked low and they say it's boring and predictable. But if you think about it, and as we talked about on the longer podcasts, like the pre-merge part was actually like fairly entertaining and unpredictable, and this was one of them. So without this, and you get rid of Philip, the season probably, at least at the beginning, it's more predictable. Maybe the merge part is less, we'll find out. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely like, I don't know, getting rid of Matt's the unconventional thing to do, and Rob tends to do the unconventional thing because Phillip's like the disruptive guy, he's older guy, so of course you get rid of him. So if you get rid of him here, it would be great TV to see the Philip Francesca Redemption Island duel and see them for a night on Redemption Island. That's pretty exciting. Francesca probably. Well, what was the duel? Because I was going
It
to
was
say
the building the sticks and like doing the locks. So it could go either way. Francesca was in the lead in the real timeline, and the Matt came from behind and beat her. So
yeah.
I don't know if I feel like I don't know. I'm just not sure if Philip's going to pull off that comeback in that challenge, but it's a crapshoot.
Yeah. I mean, it could be anyone's, but let's just say Francesca wins it.
Yeah. So Phillip Sheppard is the first eliminated from the season.
Yeah, and likely is not going to be on Caramoan, and likely is not going to be this huge character because that character evolved. Like when he realized how the season was going, that's when he became, the specialist.
Right.
We're never going to have Stealth era. So,
oh my God,
history definitely changes because we lose a huge character in Survivor history, and we lose like this major laughing point. I don't know a better way to say it that like we as fans love to talk
yeah,
about.
I know like the season still gets ranked low. I don't have it ranked particularly high myself, even though it was my first season, but I do say like Phillip was a huge part of entertainment of this season, like in like going forward. So yeah, losing him just kind of, I think it doesn't help the season.
Yeah, not at all. So yeah, I mean, basically what we can assume moving forward is like, let's just say for the sake of argument that the tribes win the same challenges and lose the same challenges that they would.
Mhm.
So then next out we would lose, or is that
Russell.
between with the row? Yeah, so Russell and Francesca.
This is the
Maybe.
Dominoes challenge. Again, we have no idea what happens here. Unfortunately, with Phillip not there, we no longer have where I mean, we're still gonna have Ralph like not playing well with the idol, so that still gets
Yeah.
outed, but you don't have Phillip saying, I saw it. You're a liar.
Right. Yeah. So like we said, we lose a lot of these fun moments, but for the sake of argument, let's just say Russell beats Francesca at Redemption Island. So now Russell's there and doesn't go home and have this little meltdown. And then we lose Christina. So Christina faces Russell, and
It's doing that puzzle cube or whatever it is.
yeah,
Again, these
I
Redemption
mean,
Island duels.
Russell's not great at puzzles, but neither is Ozzy, and Ozzy won it against Edna. So
Yeah, I mean Russell's tribe did win the first challenge, which was the big version of like the big I not cube, but like stairs. Like they made the stairs faster than Rob's tribe, but they were ahead a little bit. So
yeah,
I don't know. I do think Russell could probably win this.
yeah. So let's say Russell does win this. So Russell's now on a little streak, two Redemption Island challenges. And then he's going to see one of his allies, Krista.
Yeah, Krista. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the one where you have to grab the balls and then do the maze with the balls. Get one ball in the thing, I think. And again, a total crapshoot. But Russell's done a version of this challenge because he's played in Samoa and Heroes versus Villains. So I feel like he would kind of know how to do this challenge.
Yeah, so I think Russell wins that, and then they lose again, so Stephanie goes, and maybe Russell wins again.
Yeah, it's the memory challenge. So again, total crapshoot. I don't know. I mean, Matt kind of basically won. I guess they both got lucky because they both got like a match right off the bat, and then Matt just kind of pulled away. So I don't know. That was just kind of luck.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Let's just say Russell because it's exciting.
Yeah, it's more interesting. Okay.
Then Russell versus Sarita in the battle back duel where they're standing on that thing.
Sarita has less weight, just to put it nicely.
I want to say Sarita wins.
I think so. I don't think Russell's winning that challenge. To my memory, he sat out of it in Heroes versus Villains, so I don't.
Yeah. So I think now, I mean, Russell's going to go. He's going to probably have a huge meltdown because he got so close to the merge. It definitely helps his legacy a little bit, I guess, but he's still pre-merge. So, yeah. But he'll probably throw a huge hissy fit at his tribe because they'll all be there watching.
Right. Yep. Ralph's idol still got outed completely, and so like Ometepe still knows what happened there. But obviously Matt is no longer like pissed. I mean, I guess at this point Matt still like his god tells him that he needs to stick with Boston Rob and then tell him that he was gunning for him. But at this point, I don't think that happens because Matt still thinks he's in with Boston Rob regardless. So
yeah, I think the interesting question here, because it's 6-6, is Sarita, and like, is she going to flip on her tribe, or is she going to rally them and they want to flip on David Murphy? Like,
I think she pushes hard for David Murphy and is like, hey, I am willing to offer up David. She makes Boston Rob an offer to take out David Murphy, and then like, I don't know, she tries to make a deal, and then Boston Rob is probably like, yeah, I'll make a deal. I'll have you sacrifice David, and then we'll sacrifice one of ours.
Yeah, I see that. So that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then her whole tribe's gonna be pissed at her. And what is Rob gonna do? You already know the answer. He's gonna vote out Sarita next.
Yeah, because he's gonna be like, what? Make you a deal and save you, even though, you know, I can't take care of you.
Yeah. And he's probably like, oh, or like production's probably like, the season's getting boring, do something. So he's like, it doesn't matter who goes of them, like get rid of Sarita. So yeah, Sarita gets to have a nice little fun Redemption Island with David Murphy. They won't duel yet though, but they'll have a night together. So I'm sure that will be very interesting. I feel like the most interesting parts of the season and this timeline are going to be what happens at Redemption Island.
Yeah. Okay. So then they have the elapsed burgers. Phillip is no longer there to eat burgers with Steve, but I guess Steve just eats the burgers by himself.
Yeah, I think Steve still does it.
Yeah. So Andrea wins. It was one of the 3 degrees that won this challenge.
The 3 degrees that will never be, because Phillip wasn't there.
Oh yeah, Phillip wasn't there, but yeah, Andrea wins. And so at this point, so Ralph, did he play Idol on Mike at the merge vote? Still like thinking, yeah. Okay, so Ralph still played it on Mike. So now assuming they're going to go for Mike here anyway now. So yeah,
I'd say Mike goes.
Yeah. So Mike, David, and Sarita, it's the House of Cards. David Murphy did lose this challenge. One of many that he just never did well. Even though he's this puzzle master. I mean, this isn't really a puzzle, but it is like some sort of mental challenge. But
Yeah, which he claimed was his thing and just wasn't.
yeah, so Mike gets first. I mean, Sarita and David, it's the battle of the ages.
But yeah,
I don't know.
Sarita beats David. Let's just do it.
And then David throws a hissy fit.
Yep. Especially because Sarita is beat him and gets ahead of him.
Yeah.
So that's fun. But yeah, so Mike goes, or Mike wins, Sarita wins, and David's on the jury. So at this point now, I think Matt is up to like the shenanigans that we saw in the real timeline where like he's getting too close to the Zapateras, even though Rob has his whole buddy system going.
Yeah.
So I think they sacrifice, or no, I think they're going to go one more Zapatera and then sacrifice Matt.
Yeah, I think so too. So at this point, I mean, Julie stole Phillip's shorts, admits a tribal. We don't have that anymore. So
probably Ralph.
Probably Ralph at this point because they're not going to see Julie as doing anything, to be honest.
Yeah, so we lose Ralph, and we have then
Shuffleboard.
Yeah, the crapshoot, right?
Yeah, Shuffleboard's a crapshoot. I mean, Mike continues to win. Let's just say Ralph beats Sarita. So
Mike and Ralph. Yeah. And then now here's where Rob pulls this move and he gets rid of Matt because he's like, Matt's too friendly with the Zapateras and trying to do something. And the question is, how does he do it? Does he bring in Zapateras? Does he bring in Andrea?
I think he has to bring in Andrea. Maybe Matt still does this thing now where he's like, God is telling me maybe I shouldn't make a move on you. And like, even though I'm bonding with the Zapateras, then Boston Rob's still gonna like do his Godfather thing of being like, Matt, you gotta go.
Yeah. And I think at this point too, like in the real timeline with Phillip there, Phillip was so disruptive that he brought like Natalie and Ashley and Andrea closer together because they hated Phillip. I mean, less so Andrea, but more like the others. Mm-hmm. Without Phillip there, Rob has these people on lockdown. Like they are up his ass completely. So I think that even more so in the real timeline, like they are following Rob.
Yeah, agreed. So yeah, they blindside Matt. And so Matt heads to redemption with Ralph and Ralph and Mike.
But is this the double?
Yes, this would be the double. So then they immediately go. Rob wins the quiz challenge. Yeah. So then it comes down to. I mean, I think they probably take out Julie.
Yeah. I think so too.
Because Steve, they don't see as a threat at all. So 4 people on redemption. You have them tossing a ball to break tiles very unceremoniously. And I don't know. I guess Julie Wolf loses this. Let's just say because Steve got eliminated on this in the real timeline. So they, and then this is Boston Rob's carrying his family on his back.
Yep. And Steve's there for it and just probably useless in the challenge. And I'm sure at this point too, like if Andrea were to be pissy about Matt going home, although I think she was in on it in this way, but like she still might be mad. There's nothing she can do about it because like what's Steve gonna help her with? Nothing. So I think Steve goes here, and then we're just back to usual where, I mean, at redemption, it's probably the same thing where like Matt and Mike win all the way out. Andrea goes next, Grant goes next, or no, we'd have one less because there's no Phillip.
Right.
So Andrea
I
fifth.
So Andrea would have gone next, and because Boston Rob would have kept Grant, so now they're the final four. So the puzzle, Ralph lost it in the real timeline, but Steve's there at this. Does Steve tire out and not do the puzzle? I don't know. Like, I let's just say Steve gets eliminated. Ralph does end up solving a puzzle, and then we go to the vase challenge as the last challenge.
I'd say Andrea still wins it because
Yeah.
Ralph is the only difference. I don't think Ralph's winning.
No. So Andrea wins this, gets back in the game, and so now Grant is in Phillip's place at the final five.
Yeah. And I think they still will just revolving door Andrea, because I mean, in the real timeline, Rob did say that even if Ashley didn't win immunity, he would still have to vote Grant right back out, though, because Grant's such a threat. So maybe he sees that and blindsides Grant and keeps Andrea in there.
I could see him in this timeline doing that, because I think with Andrea, I don't think these Zapateras and Matt are too happy with her. I guess in this timeline, things are very different because Andrea didn't directly piss them off as much as she did in the real timeline.
Right. Yeah, because he has to think about who his final three is, and obviously it's Natalie. But if he's concerned about Ashley, he's concerned about Grant, then maybe Andrea's the best to go with.
Yeah, because at least she's been voted out, and in this, maybe they don't respect someone getting voted out, but I don't know.
So I would say he gets rid of Grant, and then final four is Rob, Natalie, Ashley, and Andrea, and St. Rob wins, and I think he would vote out Ashley and take Andrea with him and Natalie.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, does Natalie break away from Ashley over voting for Andrea? That's the thing. But I mean, she listens to Rob's.
It was Phillip.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm just I'm not sure, but yeah, I forget. Because I always thought her and Ashley were close, and then obviously she cuts Ashley in the real timeline.
Right.
So
yeah, I think here, Natalie's a 0 vote finalist. The real question is, how pissy are they at Rob that they throw votes at Andrea? And I think Andrea might not be a 0 vote finalist.
I think she gets votes.
I could see a world where she could beat Rob, although she shouldn't. But I think Rob, more times than not, will pull us out. But I could see Ralph. Well, I mean, Ralph voted Phillip, but that was because he just really liked Phillip for some reason. I don't think he likes Andrea. I could see Julie voting Andrea.
Yeah, I could see that too. Although I don't know, I feel like she's going to go on another rant about how Andrea should be ashamed that she for womankind.
Yeah, she might do that actually.
Yeah. Her mom
should be so up Rob's ass that you voted out your boyfriend Matt so late in the game. Because early on she did it, but they were only together 4 days or 6 days, whatever. And here they were together a long time. So yeah, maybe she doesn't. Maybe Sarita votes Andrea. Maybe even Steve votes Andrea.
I could see either one of those. I don't think Julie's going to do it. So I don't know. I think, and then David Murphy's still going to do his David Murphy speech.
Yeah. And then I would say Matt potentially could have, but because these Zapateras Julie are going to say Andrea is so evil because of she turned on Matt, they're going to be in Matt's ear and be like, she was so mean to you, all this. So then he won't do it.
Yeah. My God is telling me that to not vote for the devil.
So I think she'll get maybe 2 votes, but Rob wins.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Boston Rob still is the winner of Redemption Island, and
So in terms of, yeah, like in terms of that and the game he plays, I mean, nothing much changes. He's still amazing. That game. In terms of like future Survivor history and the season in general, I think the season's even less regarded than it is now. Because you don't have all the Phillip character moments, and Karamoan will change. It might actually even affect Cochran's decision in South Pacific because Sarita kind of, flips and he has the same opportunity. So he could see like, oh, well, Sarita did it and it failed. So maybe I don't do that anymore. So that could have a huge effect on South Pacific where we probably get a rock draw. And depending on the rock draw, a lot can change there. So it could have big ramifications for South Pacific. It definitely affects Karamoan. So Phillip's not there. So kind of who do we think gets on in his place? If they're trying to go for like a kooky character, I'm not sure who they could get.
I'm not sure either. I mean, if they're like, okay, we want someone older, kind of kooky. I mean, maybe Troyzan actually gets on, but
yeah. And then I would assume Francesca's not on either, so we need another woman.
Yeah. Ooh. That's a tough one. Sabrina is a possibility, so maybe they want the One World people to feud now. They're like, because Sabrina and Troyzan kind of feuded.
Right. That could be. She's definitely a strong possibility there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think there's really any. Well, there were other people they wanted, they just couldn't get. So yeah, it definitely changes because Karamoan, like a huge part of it was Stealth R Us and like the Brandon moment, and that's not going to happen. So
yeah,
this is one of those like what if moments where it has, I mean, less of an effect on the season itself, but more of an effect on future seasons and like influencing people's moves in future seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some things change and it influences other things for sure. So, yeah. Well, that is Redemption Island What If. So stay tuned for next week. Go binge our other What If scenarios and our interviews. Those are really good. Subscribe, comment your thoughts. And we'll see you all for more What If on the Tribe of Nerds.